Everybody, it's me, Andrew, and this is going to be a reveal of the Isis Oracle cards by Alana Fairchild with artwork by Jimmy Manton. Jimmy Manton may sound familiar. He is actually the artist that worked on the Gods and Titans deck and the Goddesses and Sirens deck by Stacey DeMarco. Both amazing, just amazingly beautiful decks. Um, I actually felt really called to get this deck. Um, I had a dream a few months back, and Isis was in it, and it just kind of felt like I should start working with her a little bit more and working with her energy a little bit more. So I found out about these cards, and I had actually looked at them before, but then they said this is something about like oversized cards or something. I didn't quite understand it, so I didn't get it because I didn't want cards that were this big. Um, but I was actually at a metaphysical bookstore, the one that I go to about 20 minutes away from where I live. And it's probably the best, it's not probably, it is the best little shop I've ever been to. Um, and I absolutely love them. And so I was looking at card decks, and nothing was really speaking to me. And I saw this deck. And I had saw it before in a video review by artist Al Moon, who has a channel on here, and I absolutely love her. So check her out, and I'll post her review of this as well. But I felt a connection to this, and I was like, I don't know if I should buy it right now or if I need to just like sleep on it and whatever. So I thought about it and thought about it, and ended up ordering it on Amazon. Um, and the only thing I don't like is, and it's nothing to do with the deck or box, is that when I got it, the box was kind of had a little dip in it, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not like I'm not going to use the deck now. There's nothing wrong with it. Um, it's by Blue Angel Publishing, which does a lot of Lucy Cavendish's work as well as Stacey DeMarco. So this is the box. This is Isis. It has cards on the back of it. It's a very, very sturdy box. I'm going to read you what the back of the box says. The high priest or priestess within you walks the path of divine. Sorry. Excuse me. Walks the path of divine love, power, and wisdom. This is the path of spiritual self-mastery, where we are initiated through the darkness of struggle into the light of love. Learn to apply the ancient mystery teachings of Isis in practical ways to help you navigate through the experiences and challenges in your everyday life. Allow the goddess, this sacred priestess, initiate, magician, and healer, to help you reactivate your own soul's talents of healing, magic, and more as you journey with her from darkness and uncertainty into light, love, and power. So I actually have opened this box and looked at it and looked at the cards because I could not wait. And the inside of the box is really pretty blue. So the guidebook is what I want to talk about first. Holy wow. This guidebook is like 211 pages long. And really, the cards start on page 18. And from 18 to page 211 is all about the cards. This is one card. This is the first one. It has like a story about it. It has like what the card talks about. It gives you a ritual for each card and an incantation for each card. So it's absolutely amazing. I'm very, very excited to work with this guidebook along with this beautiful, beautiful deck. And Alana Fairchild also has another deck out called the Kuan Yin Oracle. So two heavy-hitting goddesses in these decks, and I absolutely love the energy of Isis, and she kind of reminds me of like a mother lion, like a lioness who is very protective and fierce, but also very nurturing and loving, but not someone that you want to piss off. Like, not saying that disrespectfully, but you don't want to make her mad. Because she is a goddess. You do not do that. You treat her with respect and with dignity, and she will help you and do the same for you. So, that being said, these cards should be approached with the utmost respect and the utmost reverence, because she is an amazingly powerful goddess. And for those of you who aren't quite sure about working with gods and goddesses, I like to think of it as this: gods and goddesses are just many faces to the same diamond. The diamond being God, the universe, that love, whatever you want to call God, the supreme being. Gods and goddesses are just faces of that one diamond. So whereas it just depends. So goddesses and gods are sometimes a lot easier for us to reach and comprehend, and that's not a bad thing, because their vibration is slightly lower than that of the supreme ruler or God or whatever. Much similar to Mother Mary and the angels, but a little bit higher than Mother Mary, because Mother Mary was a human, and humans are not going to have the same vibrations as deities. So, these are the backs of the cards as scarabs, which are very, very, very traditional Egyptian, kind of cool things. I have not shuffled these cards, so I'm going to show you the cards in the exact order that they are out of the box. So, you don't have to worry about that, because I didn't shuffle them this time. I'm not really bad about shuffling them and, not being in order. You can see that it is just amazing. In this deck, you see the word initiate a lot on the cards and in the booklet. And what that means is the author, Alana Fairchild, this is where the cover of the box comes in, the Divine Guardian card. And she says that if you feel really called to work with this deck, then you're called to follow the path of the Divine Feminine. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. But you're called to work with Isis on a very personal level. Something that not a lot of people are able to do. Because Isis is a very, I don't want to say I love that card. She's not hard to get to, but she is one that I'll admit I have had hesitations about working with. Not because of anything to do with her, but I feel like I want to, when I start working with her, have the utmost, respect and importance, and just like I want to make sure everything is perfect for her, because she is a very prominent goddess. So you can see these cards are just absolutely amazing. Jimmy Manton did an absolutely wonderful, wonderful job. I have to say the decks that he has done, and this is the image on the back of the cards, the Restored, or Life Restored, Priestess of the Phoenix. So I kind of like the death card of this deck. This is the, a lot of times you see the image of Isis being on one knee with her arms outstretched. This is a representation of that image. Magic and ritual. The Miracle of Isis. I mean, you can just tell these cards that they just have an energy to them that is all their own. You will never find a deck like this. I feel like whereas Kuan Yin, the Kuan Yin Oracle deck, I feel like it would be very nurturing and very loving and kind of soft. Whereas I feel like the Isis Oracle is a little bit more intense. Isis is very intense. She's a very intense goddess. Her energy is very palpable, and just when you're working with her, and that's why I'm very weary to begin working with her, because I want to make sure that I'm ready and that I can handle it. There's actually, in the book, there is this, kind of not really a disclaimer, but kind of a disclaimer, that before you start working with these cards and the rituals in these cards, if you have health conditions, consult with a physician. And it's not advised to do without supervision, but I feel like I can do it without supervision. Obviously, I feel like I have that knowledge base to work with her, and you do too. But it's very, very clear to um, make sure you're ready before you start this journey with Isis. So this is actually, and there's a reason I stopped on this card. This card is actually my favorite one in the deck so far. And it says, power over 7 scorpions. The power to conjure lower vibrational forces. And you can see the card is just, oh my god, it's just gorgeous. And I was very confused about this card because I was like, why would I want to conjure lower vibrational forces? I don't want to conjure things like that. I don't want to conjure, negative energy. And I read what the book said about this card, and it said conjure in a sense of control. So you have a sense of dominion and control over the lower energy forces in your life. So this is just absolutely just amazing. It's just a beautiful, beautiful card, and an even more beautiful meaning. And if what they just told me is shadow work. These cards are really good for shadow work. I have never done shadow work. I don't feel like I'm at the point in my spiritual journey where I can handle that. But there are videos and books galore on shadow work and how to pursue that if you feel the need to. But so that's that card. So here's Osiris. This one's a great one too. Queen of Heaven. These are absolutely amazing. Amazing cards. The scale of balance, like, it's so hard. I love the Serpent of Fire. It's very hard for me to pick my all-time favorite card because they're just so amazing. They're just so deep. This is definitely not a deck for, I'm just going to pull cards, la 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 la. Although it can be used for that. I feel like this deck is really centered around using it in ritual, as well as with clients. But I really look forward to this being the deck that I will be working with in this next week. So I've been working with the Enchanted Oracle cards. So this coming week I'll be working with the Isis Oracle. So I'm very, very excited to see what Isis has for me. The Temple of Black Obsidian. I like that. And what Isis has to tell me and show me. Temple of Lapis Lazuli. The Brother in Darkness. It's a very feminine-centered deck. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I love that. Wings of Isis. Uniting with the angelic self. So that was every card in that deck. So I don't even have to do a review of this deck to give it a rating already of a 10 out of 10. It is absolutely phenomenal in every single way. So I look forward to following the path and working with Isis more and more. That being said, I've been reading a book lately, and it's actually one of the most amazing books I've ever read, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I feel like a lot of you could maybe benefit from it. And it's really a book about psychic development, magic, and meditation. And this is it. It's called The Inner Temple of Witchcraft by Christopher Penczak. And it's actually a series. And I know it sounds like it would be for witches or for people interested in witchcraft or Wicca, but it's really not. It's a book for people of all spiritual paths, and I've actually been reading it, and it's amazing. So if you're really looking for that, the book to kind of explain to you kind of the foundations and stuff like that of psychic abilities and meditation and magic, I highly recommend this book. It's available as an ebook as well. So there's exercises in it. It's absolutely amazing. And it's designed to be a year and a day course. However, you can learn at your own pace. I'm a very fast learner when it comes to spiritual things, so I'm probably going to finish it a little sooner than that, or maybe a lot sooner than that. But it's an amazing book, and it goes through absolutely everything, and really just shows you how to see auras and how to really just, I mean, it goes into everything. So I would highly recommend this book. I was told to share it with you guys because I wasn't really planning on it. I was actually going to do some work in the book tonight myself. But I just felt like I was supposed to share this with you guys. There's actually, I think, 4 or 5 books in this series. So the Inner Temple, the Outer Temple, the Living Temple, something like that. I forgot what all they are, but it's it's a really great read. Also, if you're interested in following a pagan path, which is what I follow, I tend to lean more towards paganism for some reason that I identify with it a little bit more. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, this is a book for all beliefs, well, almost all belief systems. But I would highly recommend it. It's an amazing book to learn more about paganism and to get in touch with your psychic self and your higher self, because there's so much that we could benefit from getting in touch with that. So I hope that this was an informative card reveal of the Isis Oracle. Once again, it is the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild with artwork by Jimmy Manton, and it is published by Blue Angel Publishing. So whether you're a man or a woman or someone who's new to cards or someone who wants to learn more about Isis, get it. 10 out of 10 is what I'm giving this deck already, and I haven't even drawn a card for myself yet. So I will be seeing you guys on my Facebook page every day with angel numbers and a daily card of the day. My contact information is below, so my Facebook information, my website, my email address, things like that are all going to be listed below. I'll also post a link to the review by artist Al Moon, who I absolutely love. She's a really sweet person. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys as well. So I hope you guys are having a great morning, day, evening, noon, or night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you guys in my next video, which should be my weekly reading already. It's going by so fast. Angel blessings.